Yeah, Roblox, the multi-billion-dollar company, is suing a YouTuber for $1.6 million. When I first read that headline, I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, they finally went after Jim Wool, the elusive boogeyman of Roblox. But it turns out it has nothing to do with Jim Wool or his evil crime syndicate. This is a absolutely wild story that I just wanted to talk about today. I'm sure all of you have heard of Roblox before, and if you're a parent, then you're probably already having a PTSD episode right now with all the money your kids have stolen from you just to buy Robux with it behind your back. It's a game that is arguably the most popular and most profitable game in the world. And a couple days ago, it was announced that they were suing a YouTuber named Ruben Sim, a Roblox YouTuber who has 700,000 subscribers, and the lawsuit has some crazy allegations against him. It looks like we might have to add another name to the Roblox wiki list of the most controversial Roblox players of all time. They have this cool wall of shame where they immortalize all the worst players they've ever experienced. So it's kind of like the FBI's most wanted list, and you've got some real bad actors in here, some fucking DC supervillains like Sonic the Hedgehog XX. They even have an adorable mugshot of the criminal here and a little explanation for how they ended up in the Roblox slammer. And so far the charges in most of these seem pretty trivial in comparison to what Ruben Sim is accused of. Like a lot of these are just like Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, is accused of copying Weirdo King's game, and that's why he's on the controversial list. But Ruben Sim in the lawsuit here, he is accused of a lot of like really awful shit. So now let's really spread these ass cheeks and dive into the meat here. So Ruben Sim is being sued for 1.65 million in damages, and they say that he violated their user contract and anti-hacking laws. Now I'd like to clarify a little bit further on this. The way they say he hacked Roblox and violated their terms were he would circumvent being banned by making other accounts or using a VPN to make other accounts in order to continue to play Roblox. And they're calling it hacking in the lawsuit, I think. That's kind of the impression I got. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the traditional definition of hacking, but it is a violation of their user agreement. It just gets a little muddled when they say, like, you know, the anonymous hacker 4chan recently circumvented Roblox's anti-hacking rules by using a VPN and making another account XX Pussy Slang Sonic Hedgehog. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say that's hacking, but yeah, it is a violation of the user contract. It goes on to say that Ruben Sim is the leader of a cyber mob that with malice, fraud, and oppression commits and encourages unlawful acts designed to injure Roblox and its users. Another article expands on that a bit by saying Ruben Sim actually had a history of that kind of behavior where he would get his followers to go into the game and sexually harass its user base as well as use racist and homophobic slurs. I guess as a means of like epic trolling Roblox or some shit, I'm not really sure. Obviously I'm not fucking Saul Goodman here. I don't know what's true and what's not with these allegations or what Ruben Sim has actually done. I'm unfamiliar with his work, so I don't know any of these things. But I'm assuming they must have some kind of evidence to be tossing around these really huge allegations. And then it goes into what I consider the most weird part of the lawsuit, if these are true. Roblox said it banned Simon for attempting to upload a near-nude photo of himself, images of Adolf Hitler, and a sex game that's forbidden on the kid-focused platform. And then it again talks about his harassment of other users there. I'm sure all of you know this, but Roblox is a game that's mainly played by children, like actual toddlers that are still suckling on their mama's titty milk and watching finger family videos on YouTube. So if that's true, and Ruben Sim tried to upload a near-nude photo of himself to that game, that's so fucked up. That's like walking into an elementary school and whipping your cock out and then claiming that it was just a joke. I have no fucking clue what the point of any of that would be. That's not even like a trolling attempt. That's a speedrun attempt at jail time. If he wanted to go to prison that badly, he could have just gone to the station and just asked for it. Uploading a sex game to a kid's platform and an almost naked photo of yourself to a platform that's almost exclusively used by kids? What the fuck are you thinking? If that's all true, that's the dumbest shit I think I've ever read. Now again, I'm not Santa Claus. I don't know who's naughty and nice. I don't know what's real and what's not about this with the allegations. In response to this lawsuit coming to light, Ruben Sim has deleted every single one of his tweets except for a single one, which is just a GIF. He did have a tweet before deleting them that he left up shortly where he said he wasn't going to be talking about the case because he wanted to make it as easy as possible on his legal team to handle it, and he thought by talking about it, it would make their job harder. And I think that was a very smart play by him. But by deleting every tweet, it hides everything that they reference in the lawsuit, as well as just a couple other things. It just gets rid of any and all evidence they try and point to in the public eye. Obviously, Roblox, being a multi-billion-dollar company, has likely already subpoenaed for that information, so they still have it, but from a spectator sport here, there's no way of going and looking at anything that they're referencing here and seeing if it's accurate, exaggerated, or just outright false. Though I would be absolutely shocked if Roblox was just faking this whole thing just because they didn't like his content. Apparently, Ruben Sim had a history of also criticizing Roblox as a platform. I'm not familiar with Roblox, its controversies, things it does right or wrong. I don't know any of that shit, but apparently Ruben Sim also brought to light some bad shit in the community that also painted Roblox Corp in a bad light. So some people think that this might be their way of getting revenge against him. I don't know if a multi-billion-dollar company is going to be that petty about things, but let's continue with the lawsuit here. They go a little deeper on what they mean by hacking, where he was using fake accounts and evading bans, and then it talks about what is the most recent thing that prompted this lawsuit. The worst damage allegedly came during the Roblox Developers Conference in October of 2021. In the lead up to the conference, the suit says Simon engaged his followers on Discord, glamorizing the April 3rd, 2018 active shooter and murder at YouTube headquarters in California, and threatening/taunting a copycat act of terrorism at Roblox headquarters, telling his followers to wait until someone does it to Roblox. Then, during the conference, he tweeted that local police were searching for a fictitious, notorious Islamic extremist, and that the extremist had posted a video titled, "Someone blow up Roblox now." Meanwhile, his followers allegedly posted false active shooting threats and claimed to have poisoned the conference drinks. The event was delayed and forced into a temporary lockdown while local police and private security conducted a search to secure the facility, according to the lawsuit. Roblox said it cost $50,000 to investigate and secure RDC after the incident. Simon has since deleted many of his tweets. Obviously, this is the catalyst here. This is what actually prompted Roblox to take legal action against Ruben Sim. It was this instance, and everything else was put in here to kind of show Simon's character as a way of showing that he's a bad actor in the Roblox community, I guess. So all of it was just lumped in here after this event to just give a whole picture of the situation, I guess, that Roblox is trying to deal with. Again, with all of his tweets deleted, and I couldn't even find them on archive.org, there's no way for me to look at that and be like, oh, okay, so he actually did those things. I have no way of knowing. Only Roblox and anyone that's familiar with Ruben will know if these claims are accurate or not. If they are, then obviously something was going to come from this. I truly don't know how anyone can think that you can call in a fake terrorist threat and do it publicly on Twitter without any kind of repercussions. I've seen a couple of people on Twitter that have to be addicted to whippets and heroin because they are super dumb. They were arguing that Roblox is too big and thus shouldn't care about one troll calling in a terrorist attack on their developer conference meeting. So I guess that might have been the thought process here, assuming this is all real, that maybe he thought that since they're worth so much money, they're not going to care about him doing this. But I mean, that's super fucking stupid. You should be far more afraid of a multi-billion-dollar company that easily could throw a couple $1 million to lock your ass up for this kind of shit. Because it's a crime. It's a genuine crime to call in a fake terrorist attack like this. I don't know what you could possibly expect. They're not just going to roll over and get used like a fleshlight. They were obviously going to retaliate. You shut down a conference with a terrorist threat. So yeah, just overall an extremely crazy story all around. That's a lot of money. And that's going to be a lot of money to fight the lawsuit. For Roblox, this is nothing. They make millions of dollars every couple of minutes. So they'll probably toss as much money as they need to at this and never feel it. But for Ruben Sim, this is a life-changing lawsuit here. I don't know if all of the claims in here are factual or anything. That all has to be proven in court. But my God, what a fucking wild situation here. That's about it. See ya.